What is happening, everyone? TCT here again. And now we get into it. Mortal Kombat 2021. Alright, I have no idea where to begin with this because personally, this didn't fulfill my expectations of it. But I don't want to really bash the film because I know what they were trying to do. Yet I really want to bash the film because I know what they were trying to do and they didn't do it. So I don't know what to do. Okay, let's get started. I'm not even going to tell you what happens in the movie because quite frankly, I don't know what's going on. They didn't do a good job of explaining the story. The only thing we know is that it's mostly about Sub-Zero and Scorpion. That's like the main story about that. And those guys were great. I'm going to tell you that. Those guys were great. All right. This is going to be a simple review. It's not going to be long because it doesn't deserve it. This movie does not deserve it. All the casting was trash. Everybody that played everybody was garbage. I didn't like the way they acted in the movie. The problem that I had with this is it's a pre-movie to build up the tournament that does not happen in this movie. Okay? Now, I'm going to be talking about stuff in the movie, so if you haven't seen it, then go see it before you watch this. Don't complain that I gave something away. There's no tournament in this movie, in which I don't know why they did that, but I understand what they're doing. They want to do 3 more, in which if they're going to be like this, they're not even going to get to the 3rd one. I think they might be able to do the 2nd one if they do it better, but they're not going to get to the 3rd one if it's like this, okay? So basically, this movie was like, I guess the producers and the directors was like, okay, you guys all know the characters. You guys all know the plot. Here you go. And it's like, huh? Oh, wait, you what are you giving me? Well, you know who all the characters are. You played the games for all these years. We don't need to explain anything. We're just going to throw them into this movie. And you're going to have to deal with it. Huh? That's an hour and 39 minutes. The credits were like 20 minutes, which was ridiculous, by the way. An hour and 39 minutes of see ball, get ball. Of monkey chase, basically. Where was Johnny Cage? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Okay, he's supposed to be in the next one, according to the end scene. Yeah, okay. No. Cole should have been in the 2nd one. Johnny Cage should have been in the 1st one. It's a precursor to the tournament. Yeah, I understand that. But it's the first Mortal Kombat movie in 20-something years, man. You've got to have Johnny Cage. People are going to bash me for not liking Cole. I don't like Cole. The chick that played Sonya was way better than the Billy Madison chick that played her in the first movie. I will say that. I actually enjoyed her. The guy that played Cole, I wasn't a big fan of the character, but I think he was decent. He was decent. They just didn't give him anything. The poor actors didn't get anything. The guy that plays Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl is Jax. He fits the role. They didn't give him anything. To work with. And I'll explain that in a minute. Kang Lao, and that's his name, the one with the sharp hat. Horrible. Raiden, horrible. I'm angry about that. I'm angry about that. Raiden should be the best one in the movie, and I didn't like him. I didn't like him. I just didn't like him. And it's not the actor's fault. It's not the actor's fault. You can tell this is what they were given, and it's just nothing. It's nothing. Okay, the script was nothing. And I'm not going to bash. Like I said, I'm not going to bash the movie. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the things I liked about it in a minute. Okay, so I did Jax, I did Cole, Shang Tsung. No, I didn't do Shang Tsung. The guy that played him was trash. He was trash. The original Shang Tsung was way better. That guy's a legend. They should have even casted him for this role in this one. I would have preferred that than the guy I got. I like I said, I don't think they were miscasted. I think it was a crappy script that they gave him, and it was just all over the place. So that's my explanation for that. Liu Kang, horrible in this movie. Really aggravated me at how much I did not like Liu Kang. The original Liu Kang is way better. Like I said, not the guy's fault. He looks like Liu Kang. He fights like Liu Kang. Not his fault. And you'll know what I mean if you watch the movie. It's not the actor's fault. The actors, I think, were casted well. It's not their fault. It's what they were given. You can tell. You can really tell that it's what they were given. All right, best things about this. The best characters. Kano steals the show. Funny, really funny. They don't give him any kind of fighting ability, which is ridiculous, by the way. He needs to at least be able to brawl. But yeah, but his comedy saved it for him. Bravo, guy. Bravo. Scorpion. Like I said, the basic plot at the beginning is Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Excellent. Scorpion was excellent. To me, the best character in the movie is Sub-Zero. Everybody's gonna be like, Kano. No, Kano couldn't fight. And I don't like characters that are just funny and have personality but can't fight either. Sub-Zero had a personality. He was vicious. Okay, he was killing people so they wouldn't end up in the tournament. He was vicious. The special effects for Sub-Zero were top notch. Like I said, this movie is all over the place. There's a lot of bad and a lot of good. It's very 50-50. So, I mean, you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. Me, personally, I thought it was okay movie. Like, I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't like the movie either. I was just very middle of the road with it. But there was more things that I didn't like that they need to fix if they're going to do a sequel. Believe me. And those things are, you need to give your characters some context before you throw them into the tournament. We need to know why we should care that these characters get killed. And they did not do that in this movie. Like, they're fighting throughout the last hour of this movie. And I want to get into that. The fights were great. The fights were good. They felt just like the video game. I loved that they used all the fatalities of each character. Every character had their fatality featured in this. Great. Very great. And you have to achieve your fatality in this movie. Basically like you do in the video game. Your opponent, like if you watch it, it's like the video game is being played. Okay. The opponent is groggy. He's standing there stunned, dazed, like, or he's still. Then the player performs the fatality. Just like you would in the game, it has to be stunned where it goes, finish him. And they do it. They do their fatality. Only when the opponent is like that. So that's the finish him. All the phrases are in there. The test your might, the flawless victory, the finish him, all that's in there. Okay? So when they're fighting, it's like the video game's being played, and it was pretty good, pretty good. I didn't like how many times they cut in the middle of the fights. Though a lot of these guys are very good martial artists, and whoever did the editing was poor, man. Like I want to smack you, because you gotta give these guys room to work. Okay, you can't cut to the face and to the arms, and you can't cut in the middle of a fight scene that much. Otherwise, it's going to make the viewer go, yeah, no. Like I said, I have complaints about it. The first hour of the movie is just utter garbage. Best scene in the movie is the first 7 minutes. First 7 minutes. The people saying the final fight isn't anything. Final fight's amazing. Like the between Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Cole, I love it because it's in the octagon. It's in the octagon. I love it. The ice everywhere is fantastic. They did a great job with that. I can appreciate that. Okay, the fact that they went that route and gave it some kind of that. And there's another thing I did like about it. Raiden was stage selecting. People are like, huh? Okay, after they fight their first little battle, and now Raiden's human fighters are like, we need to split them up, but we need to set the stage. Stage select. I mean, it's like the video game. You get to stage select. Jax goes to I guess the ruins or whatever, like the pit. The Sub-Zero chooses his ice arena. Sonya chooses her home to fight Kano. Raiden is stage selecting where these fights are going to happen by teleporting them there. That's pretty interesting. I like how they do that. Okay. I really want to like this movie, but I can't like this movie completely, man. Because there's so much bad in it. But there's good in it too. It's right on the cusp of being a good movie. It's just not a good movie. And I really, really, really want to like the movie. I really want to be like, I want to watch this again. The only way I'm going to watch this again is if the sequel comes out. I'll probably watch it again right before the sequel. Okay. And if the sequel is better and actually gives the first movie context. That's the only way I want to sit there and watch it again willingly, without someone else being like, "Hey, do you want to watch this?" I'll be like, "I don't care," because I really don't care about it. Yeah. This, I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to see this one. I would have been upset, like spending my money on it. I saw it on HBO Max. Okay. I do want to go back to the theater. I'm missing the theater. I really want to go back to the theater. Okay. So, definitely, there's going to be movies that are coming out soon. I am going to go to the theater. And I'll lead you up. Guys, I'm going to do some movie series. Probably like some reviews on movie series, maybe. I'm thinking about doing that. So, if you guys want to see that, leave your comments down below and let me know what movie series you think I should review. Some people are asking me, can you do reactions? No, because YouTube is getting really bad about them. I see all the problems reaction channels are having, and I don't want to go through that. I've been going through that with my podcast, just having the intro music. All right, the intro music that I have for my podcast, right before I start talking, I have to change that now because they put a copyright claim on that, and I got that from Free Play Music. So I'm not dealing with putting any other copyrighted material on my channel. You want to know my opinion? Ask me. I will put it on the podcast. I'll make a video about it. I'll do what I have to. Okay. All right. Now the time comes for me to give the grade to Mortal Kombat. First, people are going to ask, did you think the original Mortal Kombat was better than this? It's hard to say that without being biased because I was born in the 90s, okay? But as a film fan, as a guy who watches movies, as a guy who loves movies, and how cheesy the original one was, how over the top it was, it's still a better movie than this one. Not by much, but it is. For the simple reason that it builds Liu Kang. It actually builds a character. This movie basically is like, okay, here's Cole. We're going to give you some story. Now follow him. Okay, why should we follow Cole? Well, he's a descendant of Scorpion. So, does it have any take into the fate of the world? Or is that just you wanting us to like a new character? Who is going to be the savior of the world, of the Earth world? From Shang Tsung? We don't know. You know why? They didn't build anything. They gave you little snippets of each character and threw them in and had them fight. It's like, okay, this shouldn't have been called Mortal Kombat, personally. This should have been Mortal Kombat Recruit. I would have preferred to have called it that. Mortal Kombat Recruit. Because that's what they did. They recruited in this movie. And the only reason they didn't call it that is because they knew nobody would sit there and watch that. So the fact that this is called Mortal Kombat, I'm going to be amazed to see what they call the sequel. Is it going to be Mortal Kombat 2? Is it going to be Mortal Kombat Tournament? Is it going to be Mortal Kombat Fatality? Or even Annihilation? I don't know. What I do know is whoever does the sequel, it should not be the guy who did this one. This director had his chance and failed miserably, okay? Producers, listen to the fans right now. There are fans that are on Facebook loving this movie, but they're not smart enough to know that this was not what they wanted, okay? Me, like I said, I played the games. I'm not a massive Mortal Kombat fan like some of these guys are. But let me tell you, all the massive Mortal Kombat fans do not like this. And it's not because it was bad. It's because you didn't give them anything except fighting. And they want to see their game story done well. And it wasn't done well. None of the script was done well. The fighting was done fantastic. I enjoyed it. The only thing that screwed up the fighting, like I said, was the cuts. That whoever edited the movie was trash. Okay? He was utterly trash. Should not be in the next one. Whoever did the special effects, keep that person. That was one of the highlights of the movie was the special effects. I enjoyed those, okay? For all the characters anyway. The backgrounds and stuff, the set pieces, I could care less about them. I could tell they were faking green screen. All right, but we don't care about that. Whoever did the special effects for Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Reptile and all, they did a great job. They did a good job. Okay? I can appreciate that. All right? Like I said, all right, now it's time to get into the grade. Do I think the original is better? Yes, I do. What did I give the original? I'm going to do a side-by-side here. The original Mortal Kombat is a solid B+. Just because it knew what it was. It knew it was going to be a video game movie, so that's why it was campy. That's why it was cheesy. That's why it was over the top, and it took that to heart. The director and writers at least knew that that's what they needed to do to make the movie fun. The theme song was epic. It still is epic. That is one thing I don't like about this movie is they had the theme song in there and like the drums and the guitar, but it's not as present. And that music is one of the greatest themes in movies. Or in history. I mean, they play it at sporting events. And it's not featured in this movie to hype you up. That music is hype up music. If you want someone to be hyped up for what they're watching, you need to play dun 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 dun. I need to be careful about that because of YouTube's copyrights, but you need to play that, and they don't do it. They do it in the background, but they're mixing in so much with it you can barely hear it. Like they're doing it with the drums, and boom 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 boom. Like they're doing that, then you can hear that. You can hear it. But it's not full-blown present until the very end of the movie. And then it's like, it's too late. It's too late, man. It's really too late. So the original Mortal Kombat is going to get a B+. Because I enjoy that movie. I watched it multiple times. Mortal Kombat 2021. And I hate to do this. It's not even going to get a plus. It's going to get a C. A C. A C for Mortal Kombat 2021. It did not impress me. The bad far outweighed the good in this. Like I said, middle of the road movie. That's why I got a C. Because when I give movies B's and A's, those are movies I would watch again if I wanted to. I don't want to watch this again. They didn't give me a reason to. Like, if I want to see anything to do with this movie again, I have YouTube to look up some fight clips. That's it. There's no reason. They gave me no reason to be connected to this movie other than it's a precursor to the sequel, in which the sequel better have the tournament in it or people are not going to watch this series, guys. I'm going to tell you it now. They better at least have some of the tournament in it or people aren't going to watch it. Like, you can have the middle two movies be the tournament and then the final one be Annihilation. Like, you know, where Earth is getting taken over and they have to stop it because they lost the tournament or something like that. I don't know what to say. Original movie, B+. 2021, C. Well, that's going to do it for Mortal Kombat. Like I said, a little disappointed by it, but I understand what they did. I understand where they went with it. It wasn't bad. People are saying it's not trash. It's just something that should have been straight to DVD. It shouldn't have been a theatrical release if they were going to do stuff like this. They've had other movies that were better than this. Okay, so next movie that's coming out, I don't know what it is. If you guys haven't listened to my podcast, get on over there. I'm getting a lot more people starting to listen to that podcast. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, put them in the comments below, and I'll try to cover them on my podcast or in my next couple videos. I mean, I'm trying to do different things. So if you have anything you want me to talk about, please let me know. Okay? That way I can do a video or some kind of explanation on them. All right, so like, subscribe, favorite. And as always, this is TCT signing off. Have a great day, everybody.
Johnny Cage wins.